Imagine this. You are a national leader of a country at war, and you were given two options. The first option was to kill all your enemies, and you'll be guaranteed to win the war. Second option was to capture and contain all your enemies without killing them, but you would also be guaranteed to win the war. Which option would you choose? I would like to assume that for a lot of people, second option was a better option, because not only that you are guaranteed to win the war, you also don't intentionally take lives. If that is the case, then why is there warfare like that in today's world? Why do we keep killing each other? This leads us to a topic of whether it is possible to have a war without killing. As an international relations student who's interested in political philosophy, ethics, and technology, one fundamental question that often comes to my mind is that, why do we go to war? A question in which the answer can literally decide whether innocent people live or die. Well, to answer this question, we must acknowledge that war usually happens as means to an end. People don't usually go to war as an end to satisfy themselves. According to an author and a retired Lieutenant Colonel, Dave Grossman, soldiers don't shoot to kill historically because they have this intrinsic resistance to killing other human beings. There may be some cases like genocide, religious war, ethnic cleansing that may involve self-satisfaction in killing other people. Take the Srebrenica massacre, for example. The conflict happened during the Bosnian War in 1995, within the ethnic and religious tension between the Bosnian Serb and the Muslim Bosniak, leading to a massacre with approximately 8,000 men and boys executed. However, war, conventionally, between the nations was used as means to an end, and so as killing. Why was it used as means to an end? Or perhaps maybe killing was the most easiest and convenient way to eradicate all the enemies and reach the militaristic goal. This can be applied to offensive military operations such as invasions and defensive military operations such as border control. So, are there any other ways we can achieve a militaristic goal without killing? The answer is yes, there are. But unfortunately, they're not as practical to achieve the militaristic goal as to kill. For example, neutralizer dart guns and non-lethal gas were used in many military operations, such as riot control, rescuing hostages, and peacekeeping missions. However, there are some disadvantages to using these weapons. These weapons must be used within the right dosage. Otherwise, it may kill the target. One more major disadvantage to using these weapons is that these weapons must be controlled by humans, which makes them vulnerable to attacks from the enemies that may be lethal. However, these examples showed us that we are capable of neutralization without killing. We just need a better approach with better technology. Enter AI, artificial intelligence. We talk about it a lot. As I was writing my thesis about artificial intelligence and war ethics, I've seen many possibilities of AI being integrated in machines in military. Technologies such as drones, autonomous robots, and unmanned vehicles have a lot of potential to be integrated with a non-lethal control method without having to risk human operators' lives. Within the current AI capabilities right now, you can see the reality we are seeing through computer vision, and then analyze the visual pattern through deep learning or machine learning. Self-driving car companies are using this technology of computer vision to navigate the roads through sensors such as cameras and LiDAR, the light detection and ranging sensor. Given these examples, what do you think we can utilize with it? Perhaps we can transition from robots with guns to robots with non-lethal guns. From drones with bombs to drones with signal jammer. From human operating ships to unmanned surveillance ships. If we can transition towards an AI-integrated, unmanned, non-lethal machines in military, then we can decrease the significant amount of unnecessary pain and suffering in warfare. According to a journal by CIGI, or the Center for International Governance Innovation, the United Kingdom has already been developing this technology in its military, and right now is encouraging other countries to do the same for the sake of peace. Canada has also been prominent in developing AI after the implementation of the Pan-Canadian AI strategy back in 2017. A lot of nations are developing this new technology, so we must be concerned about it, whether the moral implications would lead to the right outcome. So, why am I even talking about this? We may think that we have gone to the wrong way of AI development. All these ideas that went into integrating AI into killing machines might be the wrong choice we are making. You might think that AI may be dangerous, but with the right ethical guidelines, AI can be an amazing tool that improves lives, society, and security. We may not be able to develop a fully practical AI machine that could fend off the attacks and neutralize the enemy without killing anyone. But that does not mean that we should neglect to explore the implications for alternatives and work our way towards peace, reducing pain and suffering in the world. All of this may seem too idealistic, but we do want to live in a world where the environment feels safe and secure. That means we have to work for it. I would like to encourage everyone who's listening to take action and advocate for this change. Reaching out for the non-governmental organizations, decision makers, your leaders. Raising awareness about the potential of AI in warfare. Our voice matters, so we should utilize it. Because maybe one day, we may be able to live in a world without killing. Thank you.